Hey everyone, I'm here today with another video talking this time about champion training tournaments. So right now I'm in one, and it's for the one for Ceres. And what I'm doing is I'm currently waiting to the last 15 minutes, and I'm going to burst up a bunch of points. So that's kind of the goal here. You want to follow behind just a little bit, but make sure that they're in the lead the whole time. And the reason for this is if you're ahead of them, they're going to try to catch up and force you to use more resources than you'd otherwise want. So what I'm doing here on my main is I've just made sure that I was following him all week long. So probably when he went to bed, or if he's still awake now, we'll find out. I was about 1,500 points behind. Just from running some more 12-3, I've caught back up to this point, so about 600. And what I'm going to do is, as you'll see here soon, I have an absolutely ridiculous amount of food right now. So I've got all of these 5s, and then a ton of 4 stars at 40, and then a bunch of stuff that's just at 1. So what I'm going to be doing is all of these 4s, or not all of them, but a good amount, I'm going to go ahead, put a bunch of brews into them, and then use them as food to level this up. Then I'm going to put 5 of my 5-star food, throw 6 brews at them, and I'm going to level up a couple of my champions. So I would like to try out Kreela, and I'd like to try out Tayrell, so I'm going to get them up to 6-star right now. And then we'll go from there, and we'll see if I need to use any more points. So let's drop into the tournament real quick, because we're about the 15-minute mark. Just under 15 minutes. He hasn't done anything, so let's just go ahead, throw a bunch of points in, and see what happens. So again, just looking to go ahead, use some of these. So let's use you. And the thing is, we want to do this somewhat quickly. I'm going a little slower than I should, because he's going to see, or if they're watching, just how many points I'm able to get relatively quickly. And that's a problem, because there's a decent chance that they have points saved up too. So just throwing these in. Let's see here. Alright, that was 4. Let's take one of my 4 stars that are already at 40. Then we're gonna grab the ones, if I can find them. They're at now 25. Oh, we have to hit upgrade rank. Like I said, it is possible that I'm moving a little too slow. So now I've done that, just gotten just a few points from that. We're gonna go in, let's go and use some brews on my 5-star food. So we're saying getting 138 points just from throwing 6 brews at a piece of 5-star food, which that means I'm getting almost 700 points just on the food that I'm using to level a champion to 6-star, let alone what I'm going to get from the extra points for making them 6-star, and then I'm going to throw some brews at them once they are 6-star. So this should be quite a few points that we get, and then we'll go just see how much it pushed us up, knowing that I really haven't done much of anything quite yet. Come on. Like I said, I am being a little risky right now because I am a little bit slow, as you can tell, in terms of clicking things. So if I were a little bit faster with my mouse, this would be fine. It's possible that I probably should have started this a little bit earlier, but we will find out here relatively soon if I am just perfectly safe having done this. So that should be all 5. Let's take a look at, we want you, upgrade rank, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 300 points from that, hit upgrade level. 6. Okay, so that was just for Kreela. let's go ahead and do Tayrell as well. So for that, we're going to need to go ahead and get some new 5-star food. So this will definitely take a little bit of time to get our 5-star food going. So we want to get the extra points from using our brews on 4s. I think I only used 5 on that one, but that's okay. Like I said, we're just throwing these brews in here, just getting our little bit of extra points, because for each of these, this is 280-ish, so 288 extra points that I'm getting every time I use these to make 5-star food, which is quite a bit, right? So that's another 1,200 points that I'm getting from making a 6-star just by using these brews. As you can tell there, I have plenty of brews to spend. Been good if I had been keeping better track of how many I've done so far like this. And the hope is that we have put a false sense of security into the player that's in first, because we waited till what seems like the last minute to start doing this. So by the time that they notice that we've started getting a lot of points, hopefully it will be too late for them to react. Because it is obviously entirely possible that they're doing this exact same thing. Obviously we hope that's not the case, and as soon as we get our next 6-star we'll find out. But let's see here. Grade rank. There were 2 that we did this one. Okay. So we want to count our 5-star food real quick. We've got 3, so we only need to do this 2 more times. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do upgrade level on him, so we're throwing our brews into him. So if you remember, I said it was about 1,200. Now there's 5 of these, which is almost 700, which means what we're getting is almost an extra 2,000 points in this tournament just by using brews on the food as we're using them, which is quite a big deal. So it's an extra 2,000 points we're getting just by using brews while we're leveling up these 6-star champions. But that's per champion. So we're looking at 4,000 points just by using brews on the food for Kreela and Tayrell. So that's quite a big deal. And hopefully I won't have to use all of this, and I'll have a bunch of food sitting here ready for the champion training that's going to be in Elegaius fragments. And if that's the case, then that's even one more thing that I will not need to worry about. So just being overly prepared is not really a bad thing. Okay, got those. Now we're looking for, if we hit upgrade rank, that's going to take us to the top. One of those little efficiency things we want to do if we can. Tayrell. You're right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. how does the tournament look right now? Got 6 minutes left, and it appears that they didn't really do anything. So we just got 4,000 points. There's less than 6 minutes left now, so I'm going to check here another minute or two. But it looks like we pretty easily bumped up there. And now let's just look at my champions real quick. I've got 2 more 6 stars, so I'm going to be working on these in the next few days, maybe a week. But they're champions that I'm definitely going to use. Like Tyrell, I will 100% be able to find places to use him, other than the obvious place being Faction Wars. Krila will be used in Faction Wars as well, but Krila will also be able to be used potentially in an unkillable group. If you've seen Deadwood Jedi's most recent video about that, Hell Hades made a video about it last week as well. It's a very, very strong addition to the budget unkillable team. And Tyrell, again, it's another AoE defense down, so that might make my tag team arena. So these are both very, very strong champions. Never going to regret getting them to 6-star, and like you just saw, I got a ton of points for doing it at the opportune time here. Now it does mean that yes, I have less brews than I did before, but as you can see, I don't really use brews outside of stuff like this. So I really do think that being able to have those resources on hand in terms of brews, that you can do this sort of thing, is incredibly important. So we're looking at less than 5 minutes now. They're still at 28,000. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. It's pretty clear that they're not getting any points to get up here. So yeah, that's how you need to act on the very end of these champion training tournaments. So hopefully you found this interesting, somewhat useful. So again, thank you for watching. If you want to catch me live, I stream every day from Sunday to Thursday at 6 Central Time, so an hour before the dailies reset, and that's at twitch.tv/cluelesseconomist. So thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you live.